We all know the current state of Ghana football. It's a no-brainer. We all know. So when there is an opportunity for all of us to come together and portray to the very administration or portray to the world that our football needs to be saved, where were you guys? When it mattered most, you guys did not show up. I was super disappointed in some of the legends of this very journalism. This morning, we were there and we realized certain journalists have organized a presser and they are saying Ghana football doesn't need to be saved. So, for those of us who were part of the Save Ghana football demonstration, we are painting our football in Ghana black to the world. Yes, it's good if you don't want to be part and you want to sit on social media, but don't come out and then make the whole demonstration, put it in the box, and then let it seem as if we don't know what we were about. It's a disappointment. And Gattuso, the very Gattuso, are you happy with the state of the local league now? If the local league was like this back then, would you have felt like you should be part of this whole sport journalism? You guys should be shameful of what you did yesterday, because clearly you are painting a picture as if you are in the pockets of these very leaders. And so you can call them out. Have some decency.
YTV, yearn for more.
All right, guys, you're welcome to another exciting episode of Hot Takes with me, Nana outside. Today, a big back. Because my director says, Nana, keep it short. Exactly what we are going to do. You know how we do it. No capping, unapologetic, no filters. If you bought, you know where to go. So, guys, straight to the point. On 14th February, where we are supposed to be celebrating love, we decided that together with a host of journalists, Sadiq Adams, and then the others, Atapoku, Ohidebampo Brenya, decided to stage what we call a Save Ghana Football, a demonstration that they believe is to announce to the world that we are not happy with the current state of Ghana football. You don't need to be told, especially if you've been monitoring Ghana football for quite some time now. So demonstration was held big, started at Obra Sport. We were all there to cover. Why we bore or why we get beef with the whole demonstration be the fact that club administrators were present, journalists, apart from those who were conveners of the whole demonstration, and then Ghanaians as a whole were there. We want a problem has to do with one football administrator who was at the event or was at the demonstration, Alhaji Karim Grusa. One may ask why we bought, because yeah, he's supposed to be there, so we're supposed to be happy. But then the issue is, you see, who seeks equity must always come with clean hands. It's as simple as that. Alhaji Karim Grusa, once upon a time, you were part of this whole Ghana Football Association, current administration. When we went to Qatar in 2022, we were part of the management team. And then when the Black Stars performed abysmally, and the whole country were asking them to be accountable, because at the end of the day, if you carry large sums of money to the tournament and you don't perform, it means that you are taking Ghanaians for a jolly ride. Then the issue of $100,000 bonus scheme that has been paid to the management team members. And you, Alhaji Gusa, your name came up. If you remember, what Alhaji Gusa said then was that nobody can have a problem or have qualms with him taking the 100,000 Ghana cedis because he deserved it. We were saying that you are part of the management team. 100,000 Ghana cedis for a management team member is too much. But you defended it because it went into your pockets. And you even said, you added insult to injury by telling us that you because you sat in a flight to Qatar, it was something we call flight risk. And so Ghanaians should allow you, because if something could have happened to you when taking the flight to Qatar. So you think you merit the $100,000. Ghanaians asked you that, Alhaji, be considerate, be a Ghanaian, be a true Ghanaian. You said, no, you are taking the money. Later on, you came back and you said that some management members or some members from the Ghana Football Association asked you to return some part of the money, of which you didn't. So why has the ship turned? Why have the narration of Alaji Wilson all of a sudden? Why has it turned? Is it because now you're not part of the Ghana Football Association, so you are talking differently? And that's something I have a problem with. Keep the same energy. Yes, we appreciate that you were there on the grounds, but then I'm asking yourself, you could have said the very things you said on the grounds when you were with them. You could have called them out, but you kept mute because yes, table manners say that when you are eating, you don't talk. Clearly, that's what happened. And then aside Alaji Gusa, I also have a problem with ace journalists, veteran journalists. We all know the current state of Ghana football. It's a no-brainer. We all know. And then when these legends or when these old journalists get opportunity to sit on platform, they constantly put out problems or challenges facing Ghana football, and they seem to have solutions. So when there is an opportunity for all of us to come together and portray to the very administration, or portray to the world that our football needs to be saved, where were you guys? When it mattered most, you guys did not show up. I was super disappointed in some of the legends of this very journalism. Those that some of us look up to. Yes, you could have other things that you were attending to. But then our checks understand that most of them were present and decided not to be part. The writer, Kwabna Yabua, was missing. Eko Asma was equally missing. Katufo was equally missing. These are huge journalists whose presence on the day could have sent a lot of signals to the people who are doing. But what happened? They didn't show up. And you see, apart from these legends of the game, we also have legends of the football itself, the very football we are fighting for. Those who have played the game, who have donned the jersey of the Black Stars of Ghana. Some of them were not present. No disrespect to the musicians, but we saw the gospel musicians, great Ampon there, together with Nicolas Omania Champo. They are football lovers. But then those who matter, those who played the game, once upon a time, those who were on the field and knew that yes, our football was on the rise, and now they look at our current football and it's declining. They're supposed to be there. Stephen Tonado Apia was missing in action. Sami Osekufo was missing in action. Laye Kingston. Or is it because currently they are affiliated to the football administration, so they don't want to call them out? But you know that the issues keeps coming on, and definitely we need to solve it. So it was an opportunity for you people to be there and add your voice. You didn't. So if guys, you guys that we think have played the game and know how the game should be run, didn't make yourself available, then what is the signal you're sending to the world? I understand certain journalists, these young journalists, yes, did not take part because we saw prior to the demonstration, their tweets on social media. Clearly, it tells or it told the whole world that they were not ready to be part of this whole thing because one way or the other, they could find themselves or identify themselves with the administration. So it wouldn't make sense for them to come out and call them out. But that is the hypocrisy because the energy in the then administration is not the same energy you are exhibiting. And that's sad. That's a very sad one. And you see, what even broke the back of the camel? It's simple. This morning, we were there and we realized certain journalists have organized a presser. And they are saying Ghana football doesn't need to be saved. Ghana football is in safe hands. Ghana football is doing well. So, for those of us who were part of the Save Ghana football demonstration, we are painting our football in Ghana black to the world. And I asked myself, how could we do this? Yes, it's good if you don't want to be part and you want to sit on social media. But don't come out and then make the whole demonstration, put it in the box, and then let it seem as if we don't know what we were about. Tell me, we have 15 pointers. Which of them don't you relate to? Which of them? Is it a grassroots football that we are saying we should go back to the grassroots football? Is it a problem? Is it the fact that we are making the Black Stars a money-making venture? Yet the Black Stars, at the end of the day, the monies we get from the Black Stars, we don't see what we use those monies for. Or is it that monies we get from World Cup tournaments, we are not putting it in good use? Which of the pointers do you find a problem with? hence saying that Ghana football shouldn't be safe is in a good state. It's a disappointment for me when I saw those journalists. Yes, I'll call them out. Kaninja. It's a total disappointment. And you saw the comment that came on social media. Some of them said, yes, as for you, you've lost credibility. Because when the issue of you and your ex-wife came, clearly the way you handled it tells the whole world that, yes, this is a man that we can't trust. And Gattuso, the very Gattuso, you, once upon a time, when you're running the local commentary on the local league, are you happy with the state of the local league now? Are you happy? If the local league was like this back then, would you have felt like you should be part of this whole sport journalism? And then there's an opportunity for us to call leaders to order, and then you are on the other hand telling us that what we did or what a journalist did on 14th February was needless. And I was super disappointed in Professor E.K. Wallace. Your job at your radio station, you always tell us what is going on in the local sport. Are you happy with the current football, the local sports that you are always canvassing? Are you happy? So it's a disappointment in fact, you guys should bow your heads in shame. You guys should be shameful of what you did yesterday, because clearly you are painting a picture as if you are in the pockets of these very leaders. And so you can call them out. Yeah, we know some of you. Randy Abe is part of the management team of the Black Stars. So clearly, yes, when we have people like Gattuso who works under his media, decide not to call them out. We understand. But at least have some decency in doing that. Guys, on that note, you see at the hit up, if I the hit up like this, on the right day on the other side, hey, if I slow down. This one was a pack, pack, pack. We promised that on Saturday, yes, there is an issue that we are investigating. When we get the full details, we'll bring it to you. So until then, let me catch you on the flip side. This has been the hot takes with me, Nanaya Osan, the big producer, IJ. Guys, we out. Go to the comment section, drop your comment, and let's roll.
YTV, yearn for more.